Hey guys, it's Wasik from TGN. I hope everybody's doing good. Today's video is going to be about speaking, and today I will be doing Cambridge 15 Test 1, 2, and 3 Speaking Part 1 questions. Now the point of this video is to give you an example of how to answer Speaking Part questions and Speaking Part 1 specifically. এখন আমরা যখন Speaking Part 1 এর answer দেই, anytime we give the answer, we have to follow a specific format. আমরা বেশিও দিব না, কমও দিব না. More than enough. We want to give them just enough, okay? Not too much, not too little, right? And the format is answer, as I always say, plus extension / elaboration. And basically, as usual, what do I say? আমরা answer করব questionটাকে, we give the answer, and then we give the extension or the elaboration, যেটা লজিক্যাল একটা বিশেষণ, একটা point of information answer এর সাথে দিব আমরা. Okay, now let's kind of look at the questions, and এই কোয়েশ্চেনগুলো আমরা কিন্তু বেশি লম্বা করব না, বেশি জটিল করব না, যতটুকু লাগবে অ্যানসার করব, and তারপরে আমরা section 2 section 3 কিন্তু দিতে হবে, আমরা বাধ্য. So এখানে I don't want you to waste all your brain power. Okay, give as much as they want, not too little, not too less, and move forward. So let's get started. Question 1. What kinds of emails do you receive about your work or studies? Basically, I get a lot of emails from students asking about going abroad, what documentation they'll need. And I also, when I was a student, I also got a lot of emails from my university professors about assignments and things of that nature. Do you prefer to email, phone, or text your friends? As we live in the digital age, technology is at our fingertips. So I basically prefer using text messages or apps like WhatsApp or Messenger because everybody's really attentive on them and I get a quick response. Question 3. Do you reply to emails and messages as soon as you receive them? Yes, I reply relatively quickly. I know that when a person sends an email, it's for a necessary reason, and I try to make sure that I answer the email quickly so that we can get the work done. Question 4. Are you happy to receive emails that are advertising things? Honestly, I don't really like them because it's just spam mails. That's what they're called, right? And it just fills up my inbox and eats up my memory. And I personally get really annoyed when I see advertising emails. Now, if it's for a product that I actually want, then I might open it. But if it's just a regular advertising email, very annoying. So that's the end of speaking test 1. এখন আমরা speaking test 2 টা দেখি. And remember, guys, answer plus extension. And I want you guys to try to listen for the answer and my extension or my elaboration. এটা শুনবেন and আপনারা এই ফরম্যাটটা ফলো করবেন. If you can follow this format, you can definitely do well in speaking. Okay. Answer plus an extension or elaboration. And notice I don't give very long answers in speaking part 1. There's no need. Okay. We just need to answer the question and move forward. So this is Cambridge Speaking Test 2, Part 1. Question 1. How many languages can you speak? Well, language is a passion of mine, so I speak quite a few. I can speak Bengali, Hindi, and Urdu, English, and surprisingly, I'm fluent in Spanish. Question 2. How useful will English be to you in your future? As I'm an IELTS trainer, English is essential to my future. I teach people English and how to use English for the IELTS exam and basically in their lives. So English is essential in my future and my career depends on it. Question 3. What do you remember about learning languages at school? Well, funny story. We had a Spanish class that was a mandatory part of our curriculum. As I grew up in the States, our foreign language was Spanish. But you really didn't learn much. I actually learned a lot more from my friends in school rather than what the teacher taught. Question 4. What do you think would be the hardest language for you to learn? Languages, like I said, is like something that's a passion of mine. I don't think any language is too hard to learn. But I feel that languages like Japanese and Chinese that really don't have a Latin base are kind of tough to understand and tough to, speak, because not only do you have to learn a new alphabet, you have to learn new pronunciations and new vocabs and all types of stuff like that. So I think Chinese and Japanese would be the hardest for me. All right, so that's it for Speaking Test 2, Cambridge 15. Now let's look at Speaking Test number 3 from Cambridge 15, Part 1. Now, এই কোয়েশ্চেনগুলো, remember আমার আগের ভিডিওগুলোতে আমি বলেছিলাম যে কেমব্রিজ খুবই চালাক, IELTS খুবই চালাক. They like to use different topics that we are not used to. They expect you not to be good at this kind of stuff because of our culture. So now, I want you to understand, don't be nervous if you have to give a negative answer. Sometimes it's necessary. কিছু কিছু ক্ষেত্রে আমরা কিন্তু পজিটিভ অ্যান্সার সবসময় ইয়েস বলতে পারবো না, কিছু কিছু ক্ষেত্রে নো বলতে হবেই, বিকজ ইটস দ্য ফ্যাক্ট. আমি যদি অ্যান্সার বানায় বলতে চেষ্টা করি তখন কিন্তু প্রবলেম. সো অলওয়েজ রিমেম্বার, answer to the best of your ability, honestly, and try to be as fluent as possible. Why I tell students not to make up answers. অনেক জায়গায় বলে অ্যান্সার বানায় দিয়ে দিবেন, বাট আমি কেন বলি অ্যান্সারটা বানাবেন না? বিকজ আমরা যদি ট্রান্সলেশন অটোমেটিকলি হচ্ছেই ব্রেনে, এটা কিন্তু ইংলিশ, আমরা কিন্তু বাংলাতে আর কথা বলছি না, তার সাথে যদি আমরা স্টোরিও বানাতে হয়, সো আই এম নট অনলি ট্রান্সলেটিং, আই এম অলসো making a story, developing a story. My English delivery is going to be horrible, right? So be honest, answer to the point where you're comfortable answering the question. Unnecessarily complicated answer diben na, and make sure you're comfortable using the English. If it takes, যদি মাথা নষ্ট হয়ে যায় আমাদের অ্যান্সারটা তৈরি করতেই, লেটস সে আমাদের যদি জাস্ট অ্যান্সারটা ব্রেনে চিন্তা করতে যদি মাথা খারাপ হয়ে যায়, ইমাজিন তাহলে কি হবে অ্যান্সার ডেলিভারি দেওয়ার সময়. So that's why I say answer simply and follow this format, guys. Answer plus an extension / elaboration. এখানেই শেষ করে দিব, বেশি দিব না. We're not trying to give them too much. If we give them too much, what happens is students make mistakes. So we don't need to do that. Okay, now let's get started. Again, this is Cambridge Speaking Test 3, Part 1 questions. Question 1. Did you learn to swim when you were a child? That's a very funny story. My father actually took me to a local swimming pool, and he basically dropped me in there and said swim. And miraculously, I learned how to swim. Initially, I was doggy paddling, and then I actually learned how to swim the professional way. And now I actually can swim in a lot of different ways: backstroke, front stroke, a lot of different types of stuff. So I actually love swimming. Question 2. How often do you go swimming now? Unfortunately, since I live in Bangladesh, there aren't that many swimming pools available. Some of my friends have pools on their roofs, so I go there sometimes. But you could say maybe once a month or twice a month. It's not as often as I would like. Question 3. What places are there for swimming where you live? Again, as I said, in Bangladesh, there aren't that many places available for swimming. But near my house, luckily, there's the Mirpur 2 swimming complex, and it's a national stadium. So basically, they have a big, huge swimming pool that's available for the public to use at certain times of the day. Question 4. Do you think it would be more enjoyable to go swimming outdoors or at an indoor pool? Well, both are fun, but I really love swimming outdoors in like natural settings. I find the water very crisp and refreshing. I really love going to the beach, and in our village home there are some ponds. So the pond water is very, very sweet and cold and very refreshing. I truly love outdoor swimming. But if I have to, I will definitely go swimming in an indoor pool as well. I have no problem. So that's it for the questions for today. Guys, I want you to understand that IELTS speaking requires you to simply answer the question effectively. You don't need to, really give a high thought answer. You don't really need to go crazy and give way too much and be uncomfortable and give shaky answers, right? I want you guys to remember this is only speaking part 1. We have speaking part 2, speaking part 3 left. And for those, you're going to have to use your brain. So save your brain power, give a quick and effective answer, get a high band score, and go. Right. So anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy. Like and subscribe and share, please. I'll be doing more videos. I'll be doing probably the whole Cambridge series. So stay tuned for more. This is Wasik from TGN signing out. See you later.